Hello, my sweet dear friends. I'm just making, okay, it is working. Welcome to your weekly psychic astrology with me for the week of January 24th to January 31st, 2022. I am your Madam President of the Artegan, Natalie, spelled Natalee. Welcome, everyone. This is called I Can Dodge Bullets. I'm probably going to be talking about like the Matrix for like the rest of my life. And that is because this week, okay. So in the movie, what are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets? No, Neo, I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to. That is the TLDR of this week that you guys need to know. So let's go ahead and dive in because I'm actually really excited for the tarot of this because I have some good channelings for you and I just feel like, hold on, I'm still getting used to this. Oh, wait a minute. I know what it is. Hold on. Give me one moment to do this correctly. Okay. Okay, so like I said, welcome to the week. This week is all about dodging bullets, and I did not quite realize that to have my little paper here, I'm not going to be able to be in the program. That's fine. So, I'm sorry, this is me getting used to this new fancy schmancy picture-in-picture program, but I'm getting it. Okay, so this week, Monday to Monday, you might, a little bit of context. So you might have felt like you've had to dodge some bullets, okay? But that's a fallacy. That type of thinking is from the fear-based perspective. It's just a carryover from the past. So this week is important to get you on the other side of that fear. Okay. Oh, Astrology 101. I'm so excited for Astrology 101. Astrology 101, we're talking about Mercury's synodic cycle. And so it's very important. Hello, welcome. Willkommen, everybody. It's very important because we have just from Sunday come out of a very important moment in Mercury's cycle. Like we just ended a cycle that started like the beginning of October 2021. So it's important because getting you on the other side of that fear, you won't have to dodge bullets. So there's so much Capricorn energy, Saturnian energy. There's so many planets in either Capricorn or Aquarius. Transiting Iranian energy is super highlighted this week. It's very clear that we are seriously reevaluating every single little thing. Hi, Tom. Welcome. We're reevaluating every single little thing that we're committed to, that we are committing to, our mentality, our projects, our relationships, our attitude towards ourselves and our lives. Just like everything has been up for review and for closer inspection. And that's because of the two retrogrades of Venus and Mercury. So this week is very much phasing out, phasing out what you will keep and what you will discard, so that you give yourself an honest, fresh start once Venus stations direct this Friday and Mercury stations direct in February. So, it's an honest chance. It's not an honest chance when there's still these carryovers from the past. It's not an honest chance. Oh, sorry. It's not an honest chance when there's still, open ends. So, because it will be that fresh energy. At the same time, you're releasing and letting go. And that's this week. We are on a full moon still energy. So that full moon is continuing to release the answers, release what it was trying to show you. So if you're emotional, it's a full moon in Cancer, like cry it out. Just cry. That's alchemizing. That's purging. So, because all of that gets, mother of pearl. And I even forgot that. Okay, hold on. So, this is a good little side tangent moment. So, these traumas, and when you're traumatized, it's like a total dysregulation of your nervous system. It's a total, like, you're like, whoa, you know, it's horrible, right? Well, you know, it gets stored in your body. It gets stored, and it's just like a thing that you want to release it. You know, you want to, that's what I say, alchemize. When I first got on YouTube in 2019, I was like watching other, you know, tarot readers and astrologers, and everyone's talking about the word transforming, and I was like, and I will, after like the first week of just checking out people's videos, I was tired of it. I'm like, I'm tired of that word. We need a new word. We need a new word, man. And so I started using alchemize. It means the same exact thing, a little bit different, but anyway, so when you do that, it's like you're at a party and you got people over, and all those people are like different memories and feelings and thoughts that make up your character, that make up your integrity. Maybe, you know, memories that gave you a certain belief. And so if it's something you want to keep, they can stay at the party. They can stay. But if you're ready to let them go, then they're leaving the party. But what does everyone do before they leave the party? You hug, you say goodbye, and then they walk out the door. So likewise, when you release some bad memories or some traumas, or, you know, anything that has energy to it, it's got to come up to you at that party by the door to give you that hug, and then like say goodbye. Although it's not always like a hug, of course. Okay, get my setup. So when that happens physically, stuff comes up. You can get sick. There could be, but that's crying. That's why you cry. You are like pushing these little molecules out of your little eyeballs. So that's why it's important to like literally get it out, is because it's coming up to leave. It's coming up to leave. You try to suppress those emotions, and they just stay there. They stay in your DNA. They stay in your body. Perfect timing. Okay, so back to my little write-up here. Where was I? Letting go. Okay. This week you're kind of in the in-between. You're Neo, and you're like, so I kind of believe that I can do all this cool stuff, but I kind of don't believe that I can do all this cool stuff. You know, even going to the Oracle, it's okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm laying out. It's going to take active visualization, conscious, positive self-talk to move you through the traps that have undermined you in the past. There actually will be familiar comforts of the past that you know is not good for you, that tempts you. In martial arts, they did that. So I'm a brown belt in Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, and I taught kickboxing for many years. So I was at the dojo a lot, like 5-6 days a week. Loved it. But you know, we'd be working out, we'd be training, and they'd be standing off to the side. They'd be holding, you know, like a nice cold Gatorade, and they'd stand off to the side and be like, "It's so easy to quit. Come on over. Come have a cold sip. Just rest. It'll feel good. You know, it's so easy. Come sit down. Stop fighting. Let it go. Have some nice cold beverage. Here you go. Here, have a break. Have a seat." They do that, and we would be fucking, you know, sopping with sweat. We'd be exhausted. Like, I like to go until my muscles start twitching and just start giving out on their own. I have my Mars and Aries. So, you know, of course we never stop. We would finish whatever the thing was. But, you know, it's going to be like that. That's going to be the South Node in Scorpio. So, the moon in Scorpio crossing the South Node. But that's what it's going to be like. That's what it's going to come up this week. It's going to be like, oh, you know, but it's not going to look like what I just said. It's not going to be that obvious, because remember, the devil always lies. The devil doesn't ever look like the devil. Ever. So for some of you, it'll be easy to think negative thoughts about someone, about your boss, about your spouse, some politician on TV. Or for some of you, it'll be easy to order the food that you know rips up your stomach, but it tastes so good. You know, for some of you, it's so easy to be with a codependent person that'll let you treat them bad because it's easy. It'll be so easy. You know, if you're going to manipulate yourself, manipulate yourself to be successful and mastering your own energy and reprogram your subconscious mind so that you don't crave those things anymore. So you don't crave what's bad for you. You don't want to want anything that undermines you. You want to want what's best for you. I had a whole conversation about this weekend. How, Natalie? How do we do this? I can only speak from my personal experience, what helps me do this work and how I've done it my entire life. I used my imagination to reprogram my subconscious mind. And honestly, you guys, my imagination totally saved my life, like over and over and over again. This week, you guys, live through your imagination. Think from, not of. Move through the world as your higher self, the version of you that uses their full capabilities to make the best decisions possible and is able to fully enjoy every moment and breath of their incarnated life, and just like in the flow, in your own divine flow, because it's the soul that's clothed in these meat suits. Everything that is happening is working to your advantage, and everything must be received in that vibration. You've got to trust yourself to know what to do and have confidence in the doing. It's the only way you will learn to trust life itself, when you can trust yourself. Until then, you're dodging bullets and looking over your shoulder. That's stressful. In all the movies, all of the people that are running from the law and everything, they always die in the end, or they always get caught, or they always like turn themselves in or something. This is one of the heavier mugs that I have. And I want you guys to see the end. Okay, so, a little bit still there. So let's, oh man, I will need help. Oh my God, I will need help to timestamp this, because this software, I don't see any timestamps. I don't see any kind of, oh man, that's so annoying. Let me see, I'll just do this for the day, Sunday, so that I can kind of prompt myself to know what's going on. Sunday, January 23rd, Mercury. Okay, let's start with Sunday. That was yesterday. That was the Mercury Sun Cazimi. Cazimi means in the heart of the sun. So on every new moon, there's a sun moon Cazimi, because the sun and the moon are conjunct, they're together, and it begins a new lunar cycle. Same thing with Mercury, same thing with Venus, so on and so forth. So that's when we started a new Mercury cycle. You are taking what you've boiled down since October 9th to seed a new cycle, developing your mentality or a creative project, an idea, an approach to relationships, how you do your finances, how you structure your day. It'll be different for everyone, depending on where this happens in your life. Okay, just really quick, I am absolutely obsessed. I have to show you. I'm absolutely obsessed with this freaking iPad, because I have Astro Gold on it now, and so I've just been like a little occultist, little something here. So, okay, but just really quick, I want to show you. Oh, I don't have it on here. I'm sorry. I got too excited too fast, but I'm really excited for the handouts this month for astrology. I kind of have, hold on. Let's see. Okay, that's kind of a little bit of it, where I take you through the whole cycle of Hermes, going through everything and all the different. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to leave you with this. We started the new cycle yesterday, where you boiled it down since October 9th to seed a new cycle with something. And, these new ideas, these new insights that you're thinking about now, they're going to be further developed. They're going to be expanded upon. They're going to get even better. So the theme will reveal itself. So I would say either keep a separate Mercury journal, or, after you take the class, this isn't really a 101 topic, but whatever. When on your regular journal, you can kind of make a little notation of what phase Mercury is in, and then you're going to look and see what phase you were born in when Mercury cycle, and it's going to be really fun. Okay. Monday, January 24th. Okay, so around 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Mars ingresses into Capricorn. So that is today. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh my gosh, does anyone else feel absolutely freaking amazing? It feels so good. It feels, guys, I'm a Capricorn, so, whenever you have Mars going through your 12th house, it's just, it's not fun. So it's like the biggest blessing in the sky. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So it's interesting because while you are undoing these commitments, the last of this commitment, and phasing out of certain things that as you're like letting go of certain things, changing things around, letting things go, discarding things, you're also getting a great thing going that you do love, like over here, where your passion really is, what really gets you going. These new and improved values, man, because with Mercury and Venus going retrograde in Capricorn and Aquarius energy, it's okay to grow. It's okay to realize that, but back in November, I talked to you guys about, I prepped you for Venus retrograde, and so you've already been living it. It's okay, whatever you're figuring out, like, wow, I really don't like this at all, or I really absolutely love this and took it for granted, or I didn't give this a fair chance, or this needs to change, or that, whatever it is, whatever you're realizing, like, just, that's okay. It's okay. Like, just go with it. And with these new and improved values, if you're asking, like, well, how do you know? How do you know what you want, what you can sustain, what you can commit to, what you can commit to right now? It's what lights you up. It's what gets your fire going. It's what gets you just inflamed with passion. It riles you up. It scares you a little bit. It should scare you a little bit. It should scare you a little bit, or like be kind of hard, or be a little bit difficult or challenging, or has like a learning curve to it. It should be like just enough out of your reach or out of your league. It needs to be a little bit like that. Okay? It's the thing that's a little bit higher than what you can reach, but a little bit low enough so that, if you're jumping, you can like graze it with your hand and like almost get it. It's like the tantalizing part of this. And that's why you're like, it's like, I can almost get it. And that's what it's going to be. Because Mars in Capricorn is being able to apply this kind of sustained, long effort. I have my little blanket here. Okay. So that's what it's going to be. Okay, it's not anything too easy. That energy is gonna if you are getting into anything that's like way too easy and not stimulating enough, or not enough of a challenge, that energy is gonna turn into fighting. It's just gonna turn in on itself, and it's gonna, okay, we'll get there. So even if you're trying hard not to think about something, you need to deal with the unresolved energy of the thing so that you can lay it to rest and funeralize it, memorialize it, let it go, lower into the ground, or revive it, redevelop it, recommit to it in a new way and make it better than ever. But just notice like what's going on within you and why is this energy here? What's it trying to tell me? Is this something that's supposed to stay? So, okay. Now, let's see. Is it still? Yes, it is. Monday. Okay. Moon in Libra. Going to be void in the middle of the day. This is very energizing for relationships. So balance this energy as you're emotionally tuning into the needed diplomacy and delicacy of these interpersonal situations. When the honest part of you is jonesing to get going in that destined direction. You can tune into how you feel. So in the evening, the moon will ingress Scorpio, and you're going to do a lot on the Scorpio moon. So I would say watch a true crime documentary, solve some unsolved mysteries, do a puzzle with your family, read some financial esoterica, Give yourself a project, give yourself something to dig into. Otherwise, that idleness can turn into paranoia. You can project your fears and insecurities onto other people. Scorpio is an energy that, like, they need something to pour all of their passion into. They need a container to hold all of that stuff, that energy, that vital life force. Like I tell you guys, if you have Scorpio children, you have them help you plan a secret party, a secret surprise party. So it's taking the energy of secrecy, Scorpio, privacy, secrecy, and it's letting them use that energy in a healthy way. Okay, all right, this is a surprise, we're not gonna, you can help me do, and they'll keep a secret, of course, and it's like, you just want to, any child, you want to teach them how to use their own energy, like in the most constructive way. So this, I don't know why I went there, but anyway, Scorpio, moon in Scorpio, so use the energy wisely, like I said, go solve some like unsolved mysteries or something. So otherwise it's going to be, otherwise it turns on itself. Otherwise our energy turns on itself. Okay. Tuesday, the 25th, January 25th. Here's the quarter moon, waning, losing in light, quarter moon in Scorpio. Let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go, man. In Scorpio, the mind could be obsessive. So if you're still being triggered by anything, it's because it has some charge to it. It still has some energy with it, the person, the relationship, the situation. Just like when you unplug an electric device or anything electric, it'll still click once or twice. That's because it still has, before the charge is out completely. The quarter moon, the waning quarter moon, is a crisis in consciousness. So because you've seen the truth, you've seen the answer, you've seen the fullness of the past week from the 16th to the 17th because of the Sun-Pluto conjunction. So, these quarter moons, the crisis in action, the crisis in consciousness, and it's just like the last kind of adjustment as you're phasing things out, as you're letting go of things. Around 7 o'clock PST, Mercury retrogrades back into Capricorn. Okay, this is significant. Go back in your diaries, because this is where Mercury was in Capricorn the last days of December 2021, going into New Year's. So you're much better informed since then, and you can revise your plan. You can maybe switch things in and out, maybe character swaps, maybe like whatever. So you're going to have to cover this ground again. That Scorpio moon trines Jupiter in Pisces, squares the sun and Saturn in Aquarius. I told you you'd be doing the most, man. And you are called to channel the high Scorpio energy, you guys. Make us proud here. The high Scorpio, the eagle. The eagle, okay? The eagle that is like seeing the whole picture, that sees everything. That's high Scorpio energy, not scorpion energy. That's low vibrational Scorpio, is when you're the scorpion and you can't see anything further than your God, my arms are so long, but let's say my arms are like this long and you have these, what are they, pincers? I think it's pincer, and you're like, you don't want that's. Okay, example of using the energy. You can be really inspired, energized, optimistic, and you can even be a little edgy, but overall enthusiastic about trying something new, doing something you've never done, opening your mind up to new things and people and experiences, processes, goals, roles, structures, commitments, because you see the bigger picture. And you know that these jitters, you have the force that you're like, the jitters will go away. You get the jitters because it is that Mars in Capricorn energy. It's like a little bit, it's a goal to reach. You haven't done it yet. You haven't been there yet. You haven't worked on it yet. So there's like a little bit of the right amount of dynamic tension to get excited about it, because it's bigger than you. It's above you. Okay. So I'm sorry if you can hear my chair. It needs like, okay. Sorry. Or you will use the energy to feed into the fears and the paranoia, the codependent situations, falling back on your survival instincts, playing out the old pains, projections, defensiveness, control issues, manipulations and suspicions, and mind games. People use their imagination all the time, irresponsibly, wasting it. They use it to expect the worst. They assume that text had the cattiest tone. They think they go to the most negative result. So you want to use your imagination to be open to thinking everything is happening to your benefit. As a new lesson, as an application of something you're practicing to get better at, remembering a former lesson that you've already learned, or collecting an award. I meant to say reward, so that's a psychic slip for somebody. I meant to say collecting a reward. I do have trouble with my R's though. So. But anyway, okay. Wednesday. I'm trying to do this a little bit faster so we can get to your tarot. Wednesday, January 26th. The moon's in Scorpio all day and trines Neptune and Pisces. Late evening goes void. That's very inspired. So, like I said, however you're choosing to use your mind and tune into this emotional energy, that is what will get stronger. And that's the picture that you build up. If you think the absolute very worst, you're going to get even more paranoid. You're going to get even more upset. You're going to get really lost. When you go down those dark paths, you just get really lost. God, my fingers, my hands are so long. Okay, but you get really lost, and then you don't trust life, you don't trust people, and you're upset, and there's nowhere to take that. Okay, so go high, let use your imagination to build up some really strong, powerful energy structures. About 12 o'clock noon, Mercury at 29 degrees of Capricorn trines the North Node at 29 degrees of Taurus. Oh, it feels so good. Go back to the table to correct something. This is part of the path you chose or you choose as your own personal destiny. So, like this week, you're really tying up the last of the loose ends. Letting people go, changing where you live, moving across the country. It's a very closing out energy. As you get something else going, as you get something else started that is like, no, I know what I want now. I know what feels good. I know what I can commit to, and I know how I want to apply my hope and optimism and faith and belief and imagination. I know what's worth it, the commitment and the imagining and all of that. As the Scorpio moon, 23 degrees, conjuncts the South Node, 29 degrees. Here we go. Here it is. What day is this? This is Wednesday. Okay, so mark it on your calendars because that's going to be the test. It's going to be the middle of the week, I guess. You are emotionally tuned into exactly what it is that could undermine your own personal success. You know the comfortable old habits, the childhood instincts, whatever is toxic and comfortable and doesn't challenge you to grow into your power. You're coming up against a lot of past triggers, dealing with things from the old perspective. Scorpio is either like, I don't believe anything. I don't have faith in anything. I don't know. Black and white. Or Scorpio is like the freaking Hierophant, high priestess, magician, perfect occultist, high vibrational master of everything esoteric and mysterious and energy mastery, and like they control their entire environment in the physical reality and in the astral, esoteric, other dimensional reality, and they master themselves. That's why low vibrational Scorpio wants to manipulate you, wants to control you. But as I always tell you guys, that's even in one of the messages I channeled in 2020, you don't want anything that you have to manipulate to keep, because you will never know. That's why even when you feel like you're successful, okay, they're with me because I manipulated them, you will never feel secure, because you know you're manipulating them. You know they're only there because you manipulated them. So it's like the con artist that's always waiting for the mark to get it. They're always waiting for the mark to figure it out. So they're always insecure. They're always, or the love bomber, the narcissistic person that is, they know that this empathetic or this lost, low self-esteem person is being manipulated, but that they know they're manipulating them. They're afraid that it's only a matter of time before they figure out their real worth, that they meet somebody else, that their family comes to rescue them, or like something, or that their older sister says something, or like something. So they're constantly love bombing, getting you to recommit to the relationships, picking fights with you, making your life fucking hard as shit. So it's like that low Scorpio energy, you don't want anything you have to manipulate to keep. You don't want it. You don't want it. But you have these urges. And this is what I help you with. I help you with dealing with the urges for revenge, to manipulate, to control. Because like I said, leaving the party, it's got to stop. It's going to say bye to you before, it's not just going to leave, just walk out the door. It's going to say bye to you first before it leaves. That's the point of astrology. This is how I use astrology. This is the application of astrology, in my personal, humble opinion, is to know the energies at play. And then the other part of this, the occult part, what does the initiated mean? What does initiation mean? All it means is knowledge, is being informed. And that's all I do, like with my Hierophants, my High Priestesses, my Zoom sessions. I tell you the thing, the missing pieces. We do this energy work. We do all of this together so that you are empowered. Then you're initiated. You ask me, what's going on, what's this, what's that, and I explain what's happening, and I give you the keys of how to work the energy. Boom, now you're initiated. Now you know. Everything about the occult is going from the unconscious to the conscious, going from ignorance to knowledge. People gatekeeping that knowledge, that's bad karma. That's really bad karma. What did Dante say? That there's a special ring of hell for bad counselors. Something like that. So I guess I went on another little rant. I just want you to be free. I just want everyone to be free. And you're free when you have your own experiences. You're free when you release yourself. Because you know what? We go through ego deaths, like on the regular, okay? Oh my God. Okay, it's like the work, we're all here to continue to learn something. If you're alive, if you're incarnated, you're still learning. We're all just on different levels, different phases, learning different lessons at different times. So the Scorpio moon passing the south node, everyone's going to have that easy temptation. Here's a Gatorade. Everyone's going to have that. It's just easier to just do this. It's just easier this way. That is going to blow up on you. It will. Especially in 2020, especially the rest of the year. If you don't undo the commitments and the toxic things that you're supposed to on these retrogrades, like November, December, January, and you're going to get a lot of confirmation for that. You are. So, really feel what's coming up. Like, man, I really want what's bad for me. What do I do with it? Man, I feel all these feelings and these urges. The point is not to suppress it or to guilt yourself or to think bad of yourself for feeling these things. You have to do something with this energy. That's the thing. The new is trying to come in. The new is trying to come in, and you've got to pass this first test of belief. Okay. So Venus also on the same day, Venus 11 degrees retrograde Capricorn trines Uranus. Yes, you have something really working well for you at 10 degrees of Taurus. You've got to have faith. You've got to have the faith that leaving the past behind is a good, positive thing. You have to believe that. Look at the unknown future as an adventure, because it is. You don't know what you don't know, and this week it means you don't know how good you can possibly feel. You don't even know how good you are even capable of really feeling. You can't even perceive that yet. But it's there, waiting for you. I am trying to set you up for the most beautiful, lovely, deliriously good feeling spring. Okay? But you got to do this work first, and I promise you, you're going to get a great word. This spring is going to be freaking off the hook. We still say that, we're off the hook. But seriously, but just do it now. Do it now, because this spring is going to be great. It's going to be amazing. You're going to be feeling really great. Okay. So you just want to zero out this past karma, settle all this out, and then you can collect your rewards. Thursday, I guess you can't really see it. Thursday, January 27th, the moon is now in Sagittarius. Moon's now in Sagittarius, squaring Jupiter in Pisces, sextiling Saturn in Aquarius. I like that. Let the ideas get big. Dream the biggest dreams you possibly can. There could be an opportunity to bounce them with someone who gets you. You don't have to try. You guys just click. Friday, I'm in love. January 28th, Mercury retrograde conjuncts, here we go, Pluto at 26 degrees of Capricorn. I need to sip for this. You guys. Whew, okay. Excavation. All right. You know, I was a cemeterian before I was a YouTuber, and I loved that job. I really do love being a cemeterian. I really do. Oh my God. I had a dream last night, real quick. I had a dream there's always like a million different parts to my dreams. I have a very booked up full schedule in my astral. Part of my dream last night, I was at a party and someone started dying, and everyone at the party stopped and stared at me, and they were like pressuring me to save his life. Cause I was like the occultist, you know, I was like the witch at the party. Like if you have like a dinner party and you have like, you know, like a civil rights activist, and you have an actor, and you have, you know, like all, and I was like the occult part of their whatever. And they were like, save us, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God. It was like a whole thing. Anyway, why am I going into that story? Oh, okay. So the excavation, it's called interring someone, and it's called interment, inurnment, entombment. When you excavate, we like never do that. That's such a huge deal. That's such a big deal. Okay, anyway, sorry. I can get into the whole messy of it. So excavation, talking about Mercury conjuncting Pluto. Excavation purifies a new beginning as a bigger deconstruction clears away the emotional debris of the past. So we're on the full moon, things are ending, things are being let go of. But Mars is starting a new cycle, Mercury's starting a new cycle, and Mercury's new cycle that starts like right off the bat in a conjunction with Pluto, going to trine the North Node. This new cycle is like no holding back. We're going all the way. We're going to the bottom of the deepest grave. Okay, I do have a 19th century coffin handle, but it was because a gopher went on one of my cemetery walks, and before I started working at a cemetery, and he like found this coffin handle and he brought it back up to the surface. And so I was just walking and I found it. I did not excavate anyone's grave. So now I have this really cool, it has these cute little acorns and everything. Do I have it? I'm looking at it right now. Give me a second. Hold on. I will show you. Hold on. Ooh. Okay. So, look at how cool this is. Oh, it's still got some dirt on it. So, but look at how cool this is. You guys, right? I just painted my nails, so they're kind of not the greatest. Okay, now there's like dirt all over this, but anyway, excavation, Mercury retrograde conjuncting Pluto, trining the North Node at 29 degrees of Taurus. Excavation purifies a new beginning. Oh, this is perfect. I wrote shake loose the crusty bits of your emotional life. God, now there's dirt everywhere. New feelings, new stirrings, new passions, new patterning, new places, new jobs, new people. Take something you are open-minded about. Maybe you're like, I want to live in South America. I want to do this. You know, apply it to something you know you resist being open to. You know, because, oh God, this is so freaking cool. Put it right here. Let's put it right there, man. Okay. Okay. What else did I write here? Maybe, okay. So take something, you know, apply this to something you know you're being resistant to, the open-minded part, and then just kind of work it that way. So, you know, if you are open-minded about living in South America, apply it to like remote viewing or astral travel. If you're like, that scares me, or I'm resistant to this. Or do it in reverse. If you're very open-minded about the occult and everything, apply it to like, I don't know, politics or some kind of like something that you know that you are, you know, like just try to go with it. Try to go with it a little bit. Okay. The moon in Sagittarius squares, now I'm going to have it in my hair, squares Neptune and Pisces, and you break out of only seeing your life's possibilities through those old limiting lenses. I love this. Maybe growing up, you just seem so, maybe growing up something, some way of living, some life for yourself just seems so impossible or unlikely. Why? Because you were a kid. You were a minor. You were disempowered, disenfranchised, ignorant, physically undeveloped, still forming. The human brain isn't even done growing completely until you're 25 years old. So, you know, making big life decisions mentally before that age is nonsensical, kind of. So if you have to, you really should be following your intuition. I mean, you should always follow your intuition, but like even more so. You're more likely going to be right over trying to do what makes sense because your brain isn't even done growing. Just trying to help you here. So this is what I'm saying, like my imagination as a child, just like that, and movies saved my life. Okay. Saturday, January 29th, 1 a.m. PST, Venus stations direct. At 11, I told you guys about this in like November, but anyway, 11 degrees Capricorn, still trining Uranus at 10 degrees of Taurus. Venus has been literally undoing the commitments in our lives and allowing us to untether ourselves from the past and from old ways of valuing people, old ways of being attracted to people, old ways of doing our finances, old ways of whatever it's been for you. You're off the hook. This is the time to take yourself this week up until like Saturday. You're like, I don't need to do this. I don't need to participate. I don't need to do this. I don't have to do this. Before, you could have felt very indebted to this, having to show up, having to give, having to pay for, having to, I don't know. Okay, so this is the last week. You're like, no. Is Liz like okay? It's an energy that's saying, hey, you're done with this. You're done. You don't have to. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. With kids, I'm always telling them, well, we can go home right now. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be here. We don't have to do this. You don't have to eat that. You don't have to hug that person. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. We can go home right now. You just say the word. We'll go get a milkshake. We'll go, we'll go home right now. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be here. Say that to your inner self. Reparent yourself. Be the father, be the mother that, like, whatever you had, you didn't have. Release them of the archetype. And you do that for yourself. Oh, I'm so bad at like talking about it, but the psychic school link is in the description box below. I'm not the timing psychic, so if it doesn't get funded this year, we'll just try next year. But yeah, that's for staff. All that money is for staff, so I can hire staff. Ideally, what I would love to do, just like a little mini break, I would love to buy an old, dilapidated mansion in Chicago, like one of those old Chicago mansions. And then I would put all my money into restoring it. And then I would make that my psychic school for children. And it would be free. Because my mentor, the one that was on Oprah, mentored me for free because he knew I was like super gifted. And then we could not afford to like be mentored by this famous psychic. So I want to give that back and mentor psychic children for free. Where was I? You're off the hook. Go be free. Venus station direct. Go be free, little one. Do what feels right for you. Not what's done out of a sense of obligation, resentment, guilt, or feeling sorry for someone else. This week we'll probably see more undoing, uncommitting energy before they station direct. When Venus does station direct, your heart will be open to forging new commitments, the ones that you really choose, pledging your allegiance to something that's truly meaningful for you. That's an authentic free will choice, your heart's choice, not guilt, shame, fear, feeling sorry. It's not a mental calculation. It's nothing forced. Something just clicks. Your heart just knows. About 3 p.m. PST, the sun at 10 degrees of Aquarius squares Uranus at Taurus. See, it's like the new is like breaking down the door. The new is like, and, you're like, wait a minute. It's like the party goer leaving your party. They're just like lingering. They're hovering. And you're just like talking with them. And you're like you both know they're on their way out. And there's people coming in, there's new things coming in, and you want to go talk with those new people. But like this person's like just like, it's kind of like that. I'm doing my share thing. If I can turn back time. Guys, are we ready? I could do the share movie. Okay. I'm just kidding. Let's see. There's you guys already know there's the movie that I have to make first. The one that's going to free a lot of souls. Free a lot of people, man. The week builds up to this breaking out moment. This is like, you're trying to like, remember, let go of this, like this person's like, just like in Pineapple Express when he's like, man, when people linger, man. They're like lingering. This is like, this sun squaring Uranus is like this larger than life personality. Just like, and everybody's like, whoa. And it's like everything is kind of chaotic because this person just takes over the room. They just like start talking to them, and then they're going to, like the Joker when he goes to the party. I don't have any way to do an example, but he takes the cup and he goes, look at the empty cup. It's like everybody, it's like, oh boy. Ooh, so that's what this is. So if there's been any lingering party goers like leaving your party, this is like the end of the weekend is like the new is here. They're right in front of me. So I love it. It's exciting. It's just bursting at the seams. It's like once you clear the decks of your past, which will be even more cleared up mid-February, the rush of the new that floods in, and you're not even energetically dealing with it anymore. And that's because you've really, really let it go, because you're in the middle of it. You're in the middle of the next thing. God, that's like me. It sounds so gross, but that's like with me in showering and with me in like eating. Like I don't ever want to start. I don't want to get into the shower. I don't want to start making food. But when I'm in the middle of the shower, I'm like, when I'm in the middle of eating, I'm like, like Cookie Monster. But it's like just getting started and being pulled away from my iPad, it's like, I don't want to do it. That's how you feel this week. So you have to just kind of like use your imagination to put yourself in the middle of the next thing to get you through like letting go of this stuff. Okay? Because Mercury's still retrograde. And then you're like not in that energy anymore. When I'm in the middle of eating, when I'm in the middle of showering, I'm not in the energy of like making cool stuff about the occult in my iPad anymore. I'm like in showering, I'm in eating, I'm in the thing. I thought I was going to be a lot faster this week with this. Sorry. Let's see. Right now you're at the beginning. You're still ending and letting go of the past stuff on 2 retrogrades, but you're feeling out this cool future for yourself, and it's what you make it. It's what you make it. I think that was from Terminator. No fate but what we make. Capricorn moon squares. Are we in Capricorn moon already? Okay. Squares Chiron and Aries. Conjuncts Mars in Capricorn. Sextiles Jupiter in Pisces. Conjuncts Venus in Capricorn. Doing the freaking most. Emotionally, this is kind of all over the place. That could be extremely exciting. But it's how you're using the energy. Are you developing your beliefs? Do you really believe in your life? Do you believe in yourself? And you're excited? Even though maybe not all the pieces are together or everything's like totally figured out. You don't need it to be. Or are you living life like purely through ego? And purely through maybe some kind of manipulation or some kind of very much in physical things, like I only trust what's right in front of me. I only trust what I can see. I only, what's real is right in front of me. And it's like, and then you're gonna be like really like in fear. So you're emotionally tuning in and feeling a lot about these commitments. You're feeling a lot about it all. Remember, you manage your feelings through structure and commitment to the right containers for your emotions. You manage the stress of your commitments by nurturing your emotional needs. Balance the energy to achieve with the energy to just be. That's a Capricorn thing. You're more than enough. Just let it, Sunday, January 30th, moon in Capricorn, void late night, just chill. Just chill. The moon is dark. Don't take anything too seriously. There's no form yet. You're like right on the new moon energy. So right before the new moon, the moon is dark and it's just you might feel like, oh my God, my life, you know, you might be like, what am I doing? Or like, you'd be like, just, that'll pass. That will pass. Like, just chill. Just chill. Monday, January 31st, that brings us to our new moon in Aquarius, the sun moon Kazemi. I will be here to live stream every step of the way. And then we go on Patreon and we break it down for the next couple of weeks for all 12 zodiac signs. And we do tarot for everybody. There's a lot. I just do too much on these new and full moons, but I don't know. I just have way too many ideas than I have time or physical energy to apply to them. But we do the best we can. Okay. I can't wait to have staff. Okay. We're there. We are there. Oh, finally. Okay. Let's do it to it. Tarot time. Let's take a look at the tarot for the collective. Okay, now I can talk to you about the download. So I got this song and I don't know the rest of the song. All I know, and you guys know I cannot sing. I sing for jokes and I sing for laughs. You make me feel brand new. It's that song. You make me feel brand new. Let's see. I still love this deck. I still do. What's going on? What does this mean? Oh, look at you. We'll do one right here, and then we'll do one over here with this other one. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty with the light. Two of Cups to start. Oh, that's right. I have to do it like this. Okay. Not a bad way to start. Oh, the tour, the selenite crystal, the water, the fire, glow in the dark satin, and the little plant. Okay. So this is clearly about a connection this week for you. This is and I love the Two of Cups because this is comrades. This is best friend energy. This is like click, effortless. You don't have to try. You don't have to force it. You don't have to there's no heavy feeling. There's no feeling of responsibility or owing each other. Like, it's so equal and it's very secure. That's the thing, is that it's very secure and it's natural. It's a natural, organic, pure. That's why it's so pure. It's a pure connection. There might even be something very healthy about this. This is a connection that's very healthy for you. You talk to them and afterwards you feel better. You feel lighter. You feel more enlightened. You feel like you've learned something. You feel, or you just feel better emotionally, or you just feel the connection itself. You know, you just feel. Here's the thing with vibrational frequencies. When you have a Two of Cups energy, you don't have to try. Neither one of you have to try hard to match the other's energy. When you have two frequencies, two vibes, let's say, two vibes that are discordant, one has to entrain the other one. The vibes, they might be able to entrain this cemetery dirt. The vibes might be able to entrain, they might not, and then it can't, and then it's a lot of cons is a whole thing. So this isn't that though. This is someone where you can just, it's easy. I like this energy because it's so easy to be around. It's really easy to be. It's like, that's especially important for psychics and empaths and like anybody like that, because otherwise it just takes too much energy. For us, for introverts, for introvert dominant people, being around people takes energy from us. And for extrovert type people, being around people gives them energy. It gives them life. So this would be somebody, you know, whether you're extrovert, introvert, or most people are a healthy balance of both. This is someone that does not take your energy. Texting back and forth doesn't pull you away from anything. It doesn't pull anything from you. It's very, very special, very unique. very destined. Like this is like you. The reason why this connection is so natural is because I'm getting Scorpio. For me and Scorpios, it's like that. For me and Tauruses, it's like that. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like the easiest thing ever. So the reason why, though, is because you've had a lot of past lifetimes together. Did I say together? You've had a lot of past lifetimes together. You were married, you were boss and co-workers, you were siblings, you were each other's parents, you took turns being each other's parents, you took turns being each other, and that's a lot, especially you've had a lot of lifetimes together. Like that's a lot of easy energy. So great start to the week. This week's about that kind of ooh, 7 of Cups. That's a lot of cups so far. Look at that. There's everything. There's glory, money, jewels, love, power, fortune, ego, temptation. What's this? The laurel, like fame or notoriety. There's good lookingness. There's like all these different cups, right? And you get to pick. One. I mean, you don't pick one. I mean, you might pick one. They may not be real. It's like a whole thing. So with the 7 of Cups, okay, if this is a new person, you can meet new people on a Venus retrograde, on a Mercury retrograde. Just don't commit until after Friday, when Venus stations direct, if you can at all help it. You just want to get to know this energy more. That's all it is. And with the 7 of Cups, it's like you meet this person, immediately it clicks, simpatico, and you just see that you can build anything on this kind of trust. You and this person could be best friends. You and this person can start a business. You and this person can fall in love. You and this person can collaborate and bring water to people that need water. Like, you can just do. Oh, I love this. She's telling me that this is someone you can take anywhere with you, or that you can go anywhere with this person. I love that energy. I love that. Like very companionable. You can travel together. You can be waiting in line at the DMV together and just be comfortable, be happy, be content, be chill, be, entertained, be just very, very happy. This is very emotional. This is 2 cards right out the gate. Tell me what else about this week, please. What else about... You make me feel brand new. Do we have any singers watching? Actually, we do. I've done a lot of readings for artists. It's very, very interesting. I'm not going to get into a digression about it. As you can see, these people are in coffins, and the lids have blown off at the sound. Okay, this one doesn't have it, but the traditional judgment card, it says Gabriel with the trumpet, with the 7 little spokes. When you've heard the sound, when you've heard the trumpet, when you've heard the call, it could be someone's voice. It could be a voice message, a voicemail. But you hear the voice, and you just know. I used to do like this at the beginning of my channel. It's time to decide. Ooh, sorry. This is Judgment Day. Judgment Day. I've been saying all my J's that way. Judgment. This is past life energy still with this judgment energy. This could be someone showing, if it's a new person, they show up here's the thing. You might not believe in reincarnation and past life, that's fine. But you will believe in connecting with somebody because you will have the experience of it. This is why everything I teach is about you having the experience. It's about you testing everything I teach you in your life so you can watch it working. Okay, so this is like, you will feel this. You will feel this connection. You will feel maybe even a sense of fate or destiny surrounding this connection. For some of you, you see that you can do anything with this person, but for some of you, or maybe at some times, you just don't know. You're like, I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. And that's okay. Let yourself not know till after Friday. This weekend you'll probably know though. If it's someone that you already know, if it's a friend that you already have, there could have been some vagueness or ambiguity or being on the fence about certain things or about maybe one thing in particular. That's over this week too. There's no more. You are off the fence with that judgment energy. So this resurrection, this is from the past life if you're meeting someone new, or if someone new is coming into your experience, or you're really making up your mind about a connection that you already have. Especially with all this undoing energy and undoing commitment, you could have made a commitment to this person, and this could be something that you are undoing, and you finally make that decision that we're done. This is over. This is done. It was great. It was what it was, but there was something else. Let's take a look. What's going on this week for the Fool and the Queen of Cups. Oh my God, and she has blue hair. Love this deck. Look at that. Okay, so we have the Fool, we have the Queen of Cups. Scorpio energy. Oh, I feel I've been talking a lot about Scorpio today. Okay, Scorpio energy. Oh, love that little sequin, little promi dress thing that she's got going on. You make... You make... Oh, God. Okay, you make me feel brand new. That's what this means. Well, I want to feel this a little bit more. That's what this means. You make me feel brand new. You won't have to dodge bullets. You're just getting it. You're just getting it this week. You're like, I can dodge bullets? Yay. You are going to learn. This is like, you might have like a secret weapon in this person, in this connection. The strength that this, see, that's another thing. When you have energies that are so like wonderful and awesome, like very resonant energies, they empower you. They empower you. They add to your power. Remember, you don't want anything you have to manipulate to keep. That's disempowering. That's toxic. So this is a connection where, because it's equal and you don't take from each other, you give each other. This is how relationships are supposed to go, where it's like you build each other's power. But it's like you could be on one side of the room reading a book, and they can be on the other side of the room in their phone, and you would prefer that as opposed to you two being in separate buildings, because just being around this person, I don't know why I'm getting so loud, but just being around this person just gets you excited. You know, it's like something is just like, I'm getting like, just being around them, it's like, zzz, you know, it's like you just get really buzzy. This is like a very natural buzz, okay? So if it's a little scary, or if it's like a learning curve or like whatever, like you want that, you like that. Because a little bit, you know, higher. And I bet you could teach each other. There's probably things that they know a lot about that you don't know anything about. There's probably things that you know a lot about that they don't know anything about. So this is like my favorite spread, like of 2022 so far. You don't have to dodge any bullets anymore. When you haven't been ready until now. You're letting go of this karmic stuff, and now you're ready to just go. You make me feel brand new. This is very emotional. You want to use your intuition. With Mercury retrograde and even Venus retrograde, the faculties are still kind of being cleansed out. We're still on a Mercury retrograde. Mercury's retrograding back into Capricorn. So and because it was right around the New Year's resolutions time of that people are making like New Year's resolutions, that energy is kind of coming up where you're like, well, what direction do I want to take this year? What direction do I want to take my life? I love that Mars in Capricorn though, because that's giving you the, your body knows. Your body knows. Okay. So this Queen of Cups energy, that doesn't have to be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. It can be. It does not have to be. This is just emotional maturation. And I love talking about mature, happy, healthy Queen of Cup energy, because this is a feminine energy that you can really trust. I'm going to start talking about it. And I kind of been talking about it. About the original abuse of power. Yes, the patriarchy is falling. But why did it get like that? Because the original abuse of power was from a corrupted mother. A corrupted mothering. A mother cannot have boundaries with a baby they've just given birth to. That baby, that infant, needs to be fed, needs them to wipe their bottoms, needs to be clothed, like is so defenseless and helpless. There cannot be any boundaries. Over time, the perfect justice of the great mother is supposed to introduce and encourage boundaries to that child, to get them as independent as possible and to understand how to nurture their own emotional selves. Whoever this is emotionally very mature. This is a person that emotionally, they take care of themselves. And so they make you feel safe, that they're not going to manipulate you, that they're not going to project onto you, that they're not going to be codependent with you. This is a natural affinity, natural magnetism. You don't have to try, you don't have to force it, you don't have to manipulate it, you don't have to orchestrate it. Because this person fills their own cup. And that's why there's something lucky about this too. See, I knew this was going to be like a really good reading. This person could help. I don't know why I'm getting, like a Wes Anderson movie or Wes Anderson movies. But this is, you make me feel brand new. This is giving justice to something. Ooh, this is good. This is good. Let's just finish up with, I don't want to let's just see what deck this is and just go with it. Oh, that's not an oracle deck though. Let's pick an oracle deck. I think this is my deck. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's just see what's going. Let's just conclude your energy work for the day with some guidance, some Natalinian oracle guidance. This is an oracle deck based off of the big channelings of 2020. No, of 2019. I'm sorry. This is from 2019, my first full year on YouTube. Okay. What is the guidance, please? Oh, something came out. Field brand. Multiplane storytelling. This is cool. Multiplane storytelling. There are 3 or more stories unfolding in this situation. That's going to be like a thing for some of you. That's going to be like a confirmation. Like maybe you hear someone use that phrase, multiplane storytelling. But I picked this picture because there's like the lake, there's the water. So there's something happening under the water. There's something happening in these trees. And then there's something happening up there with the sun. So there's something happening with this person, you and this person. This decision affects other situations. There's other things happening here. Let's show you that. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, and I'll put it right in the middle of the coffin handle. Look at how cool that looks. Okay, my loves. This was so much fun. This was so much fun. I'll come back in with the timestamps. Thank you so much for joining me. For joining me. Have a great week ahead. I love you forever and ever and always. If you do tarot readings or astrology chart readings and you would like to incorporate psychic ability into these readings that you can offer for people, I recommend the remote viewing because first of all, my class is so freaking great. Like my students are so good. I want to turn them into little readers for me one day. Just kidding. But they're really great. And I just, that's how I do my psychic channeling. Astral travel, absolutely not. I wouldn't be able to do like all of this and operate like cameras and stuff. Remote viewing, you can still do all this stuff. So it's on, just send me an email, thefirstRTaken@gmail.com. I love you guys. Take really good care. And until next time, my loves, many beautiful blessings upon